Have they got recycling?
No, just I think this is a crayfish trap.
Somebody's throwing it away. Do you want it?
On the Thames I might catch them and eat them.
Okay, let's give it a go.
So basically you put like ham and stuff in here and then they all come in. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this old fisher and folk. I'll only catch the signal ones. The big ones, they're aggressive and invasive. In fact, if you find one out of the water, you're not actually allowed to leave it. You're meant to either kill it or something. So I've wanted to catch them, but I wouldn't eat them out of the canal.
Successful bin diving, sir.
Put that kettle on, darling.
So yesterday we were stuck behind the swing bridge for the whole day. Ended up spending there 2 nights and 1 day. So we spent the whole day cleaning, basically cleaning outside, cleaning the dinghy, cleaning inside, spring clean, so Alba is all shiny. But however, today we woke up both with extremely dry hands. I don't think you can see, they're so dry. Probably because I used soda for cleaning. It's crazy. Did you see those 2 cars?
Okay.
On the bridge? So I started operating the lock.
Oh, and it was making a noise.
And he was about to put the barriers down. Yeah. And they just went through and I didn't know what to do. So I ended up stopping taking my finger off the button, which stops the process. But the sound continued, so I wasn't sure if I stopped it.
Yeah.
But it was really confusing. I didn't want.
I was like, this is taking forever.
I just didn't know if, what if one of the barriers hit the car or something? Whose fault is that?
Well, it was making a noise and sirens. I think it would be their fault.
And they just weren't respecting it. Is that another lock?
Yeah. So you've been to the Canal Man?
Yes.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
Why?
Because it took them an hour to get our drinks.
But we did have a view of Alba, didn't we?
We did. We had a lunch with the view of Alba, which was great. So I just came out of this Fobney lock and...
Oh, it's so challenging, the end of the K&A. Whether getting on or getting off.
Oh my goodness.
We're about to crash into a tree.
Yeah. There are more obstacles now there are trees in the canal. Oh god.
We're on the last stretch though, but this is really tricky. It's really narrow and really quick.
And very windy. Okay, so I came out of the Fobney lock and there is a water coming straight out of the lock.
Like a weird waterfall. It's really challenging. I don't know, whoever came up with putting a waterfall next to a landing is A, impossible, but B, they must have had a car crash on the way to work that day when they came up with that idea.
So I was trying to moor up on the landing so Mars can close the lock, but what happened is the boat was just swung so far this way. I had to try and get the nose in, like I was about 50 foot too far, and then I had to reverse, and I got
upstream,
about
with
upstream.
no steering in reverse. It's really not easy, but you handled it with grace. It didn't look like you were having a meltdown. I don't know if you were having a meltdown.
No, it was okay. It was fine. It was challenging, but yeah, I wouldn't want to do it as a new boater. Nah.
First stretch on the K&A off the Thames is so difficult, or getting back on, it's not difficult, it's challenging, it's stressful. You think about all the different obstacles for like 2 days. It's 2 day worth of cruising that is just challenging, from Wolverhampton, Newbury on some conditions to here, but it gets your heart rate going though, doesn't it?
But we did it. We've got two more locks to do, and we are on the Thames. At the end of this canal, River Kennet goes via the middle of Reading, weaving through the shopping centre. This bit reminds us of boating through Camden Town. All of a sudden, we felt like being in an arena surrounded by hundreds of people. This is the first environmental agency block. We no longer need any tools. We just met a lovely lockkeeper and his wife. This weekend it's bank holiday, many people are out, so we got to meet some of you viewers, so it was really lovely to see you in real life. We've made it to the river. Feels like home now. Glad to be back. All the locks are now going to be electronic. I'm really excited to take a few months off from doing locks. We made it!
Oh, we did make it. Sunburnt, dehydrated.
So tired.
Grumpy. No, I'm not really grumpy. No, we made it.
How amazing is our mooring? We are double moored.
London style.
Yeah.
So
there's no spaces and we've got friends here, so we'll do it for a day.
We just hope this is our friend's boat. If not,
it's
morning?
Definitely them.
I think it is. I think it is. Although it might not be.
It's definitely them.
How do you know?
I just do.
You've got nude skin products in there.
I remember the boat.
It's definitely this colour.
Yeah.
And narrow. And it's longer than ours. And this is longer than ours, so.
When we moved on Alba 3 years ago, we never planned for it to become not only our home, but also a permanent office for 2 people.
Well, we did plan for it to become our home, but just not the combination of working
Yeah,
there.
because of the pandemic, obviously we started working from home. All of a sudden, Alba needed to provide electricity for 2 laptops running very heavily.
That is true, and also we had a pretty poor solar setup, so the odds were stacked against us.
Yeah, so we had a very challenging time in the first winter. The batteries gave up and we just, yeah, it was really, really stressful, and it was completely unnecessary because last winter we found a Jackery, which is a solar...
It's a solar generator, so it's a bit like having a battery bank, an inverter all in one, and we were finding that it was probably saving us about 2 hours a day of running the engine, go on an average of about £40 a week. That's like 160 quid a month. But I think more importantly than that was the lack of stress.
The stress was just disappeared.
And being able to use high-powered items after the 8 PM curfew. Check out our first review on the Jackery.
It's an episode 77.
I've had the Jackery 1000 now for, I don't know, about 6 months maybe, and we absolutely love it, and it pretty much takes all of our inverter needs away. But what we have been thinking is, obviously that is an immense bit of kit. It'd be really interesting to try the other Jackeries, because we do a lot of camping, a lot of festivals. The 1000's great, but it is quite a ton to carry, especially
it's not portable. So this time we tested Jackery 500 and
240.
Jackery 240, and what we wanted to do is we tested them on all our appliances to see what can be done. Obviously they have a lot less of a capacity of the power bank, however we wanted to see if we can still use some of the appliances, and I have to say I was really surprised because both of them did everything that the 1000 does on our boat. So we tested it for the washing machine. Both can run the washing machine, both can run the heated blanket, blender. That's kind of it. That's all really what we use. So obviously our laptops and phones and stuff.
very capable, I think, is the
Yeah.
thing. In our test, we had the Jackery 500, which is about half the size of the one we've got currently. Pretty much runs, as we say, runs absolutely everything off of it. And then we've got the 240. What the 500 doesn't have, whereas the 1000 does, is 2 plug sockets, which I think is great for like 2 people living aboard, sharing it, working at the same time.
So the difference between the models is obviously in the size of the power bank, but also in the inverter that they have. So 240, one has a 240 inverter, and 500 one's got a 500 inverter.
The Jackery 500 fits in a backpack, so you can travel around, go camping, take to a festival. Needless to say, the 241 is a dream. You can get all your stuff in the backpack and it as well. So if you want to check out the Jackery range, and I highly recommend you do check out the link below.
Something amazing is coming soon. Don't miss out on Jackery Day on May the 13th, when they will hold their global product launch for US, Japan and Europe. Subscribe, save the day, and visit Jackery's website via the link below. We've had a very busy day today. We spent a whole day going from shop to shop, trying to get everything done, stock up Alba so we can leave this city and be almost off the grid for a while without having to go shopping.
We went to Costco.
Yeah, we went to Costco.
Enough food for the apocalypse.
For the first time, I've never been to Costco, so we got huge amounts of dry food, which was very good. We've also been to Reading Vegan Festival today, which was amazing. We popped in to have lunch because we knew there's going to be loads of vegan food.
Some of our favourites were there.
Yeah,
Kombucha.
some was there from Sambuca Kombucha.
17th of May, and this one's for the 6th of May. Text at the back if you want to order more, delivered for free.
Purdy from Yogina Yoga Studio.
So I'm the owner of Yogana, which is a yoga studio. We're actually just over there behind Carluccio's. We opened just 5 weeks before the
first lockdown, so yeah. We made it through, which is amazing.
You've been a few times, haven't you?
Yes,
What?
I've been every time I'm in Reading. As soon as I found out about Yogina, I came over. So I'll make sure that when we pass on the Thames, we always stop in Reading for a few days so I can visit. And we got some vegan cheese.
This is the smoky and that's the chocolate.
Am I gonna get some?
No.
I have one. Just one.
Truffle's good.
Yeah, sure.
And afterwards we popped into Nude.
Which is another one of our favourites.
Yeah, Nude Stores is a beautiful store in Reading where we get all our organic, natural soaps and soapy products.
Train ride just to see you, ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you.
It's like drinking butter.
Wow, so good. So good. It's so much better than from the
Is that the best one you've ever had?
in this country, yes.
Run away from home, why don't you? 'Cause I did the same just for you. You don't know how much I love you. 'Cause you're my home away from.
It suddenly got very cold, back to April, wearing multiple layers.
I think the lock's open.
Happy to be back.
Yeah, happy to be back. It's really nice and wild. It's the earliest we've been here than previous years as well, so it's quite nice to see it in early spring, if that makes sense.
Each year we get on the river earlier and earlier, and this year is 6 weeks earlier than last one. Obviously this is weather dependent and we're lucky that it's been quite dry spring. We love it so much that we want to come back as early as possible. Past the spot. Everything looks so different here without the leaves, but we recognize the tree so we know where we're going.
Don't need it, it's just a luxury. Cool, good teamwork. Got her in. Event free. I got some vegan bunting from the vegan fair. Needed some new bunting, we like this one. So we're gonna go put it up.
Yay.
I think it works. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to go around it at least once.
Hello, buddy. Oh, sorry. Hit you in the head. Oh, almost caught me. Hungry. It's really scary. What's for dinner, my house?
Gonna do a mushroom, what the cluck, sun-dried tomato, pesto pasta. Because I was cleaning out the top of the pesto and flicking out the not very nice bit, and it just fell out of my hand. But you'll have to swim in and get it. Like that time, do you remember when I went into the canal to get the GoPro that you dropped? I think maybe you could go in and save the day.
Now you understand how the drain thingy fell off my hand. It's not unusual.
It's not unusual.
Thank you all so much for choosing to watch our videos. Please support our channel by liking, commenting and subscribing. If you would like to see these episodes early, watch bonus videos, take part in our live meetups, join us on Patreon. Sending you all our love. See you in the next one.